What's going on, guys? Stacia here, and today I'm coming at you guys with a new video. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to wrap your hands, and then at the end of the video I have another little tutorial for you guys, teaching you guys how to throw a proper punch, and they all kind of go hand in hand with each other. Wrapping your hands and throwing a proper punch, they go hand in hand with each other, so I hope this video will help you guys. So first off, when wrapping your hands, you want to make sure that you have this on the outside. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start over. You're going to want to bring the hand wraps over your knuckles, not under. Under is not the way to go. You want to go over. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to wrap your hands 3 times, your knuckles 3 times. So 1, right? 2, and then 3. So after you get that 3rd time, and I want to also begin by saying is you want to keep your knuckles, your fingers apart the entire time. So after doing that, you're going to want to come across and over your thumb. Get that thumb protection going. After that, you're going to want to go over your hand, and then you want to go over your knuckles. So you want to make sure that you're not leaving any hand space. You're not leaving any any hand space at all, really. You want to make sure that your entire hand is covered. Then you just want to go over your knuckles, and you want to make sure that your knuckles are looking like this, and you're not like all the way over here or all the way back here. You want to make sure that you're covering your knuckles enough. So you want to go over that specific wrap about 6 or 7, maybe 8 times if you can. So that was my 2nd time. 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to do it one more time. 7. So after you go over 7 times, you want to come back this way, and then you want to go through each knuckle like this. So that's 1 knuckle. This is the 2nd knuckle. Alright, and then this is the 3rd knuckle. Boom. So after that, you want to immediately go like this. So I don't know if you guys were able to see that, but as soon as I went through here, as soon as I went through this knuckle right here, I went like this. Boom, and then boom. So basically what that did is it tightened up all of this right here, so there's nothing loose. And then from here, what you want to do is you want to come back around. You want to come through the knuckle like this. Like this, boom. Like that. Want to make sure it's nice and tight. And then once you're about to be done, you come back to the knuckle. And boom. So this is what your hand wrap should look like when you are completely finished. The key thing to remember when wrapping your hands is it does take time, it does take practice. When I first started wrapping my hands like this, it didn't come out perfect, you know what I mean? It takes time, it takes practice, just like anything with boxing and anything that you do. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take practice. And it definitely is muscle memory. I can probably wrap my hands with my eyes closed now, and you know, it's just because I do it every single day, the same way every day. And honestly, this is the best way to wrap your hands, in my opinion. Of course, there's like other ways, but that might include tape or maybe a 2-man job. But this right here with one person, your own self, wrapping your own hands, this is the best way. It gives you a good amount of knuckle protection for your knuckles. It gives you good wrist protection. What you want to make sure to do is remember to wrap your wrist tight, but make sure that the rest of your hand is you know, not loose but not tight. You want to make sure it's just right, and that also takes a lot of practice. When I first started wrapping my hands, whether it be like this or any other way, sometimes I do it way too tight and I have to redo it, you know, halfway through my workout. Or sometimes it's way too loose and it comes loose halfway through my workout and I gotta keep redoing it. So you want to make sure that's nice and tight. You want to also make sure that you get yourself a good pair of hand wraps, because not all hand wraps are good, and I can show you guys, I have at least 15 pairs of different hand wraps. So yeah, it takes time, it takes practice, and yeah. So the next part of this video is showing you guys how to throw a proper punch, because it kind of goes hand in hand with properly wrapping your hands. If you're not wrapping your hands properly, throwing a punch can, especially the wrong way, can definitely lead to injury. So this is what you want to make sure to do. You want to make sure that when you are throwing a punch, you want to make sure that you're extending your hand all the way through. So you want to make sure that you're always extending. You don't want to throw your punch short. Throwing your punch short is going to lead to A, you're not going to get all your force out. That's A. And B, it's just not going to be good for your hand. Trust me, guys. I've been through this before. It's not good. Throwing your punch short can lead to injury in your shoulder, injury in your elbow, injury in your forearm. That's happened to me before. Injury in your wrist, and definitely injury in your hand. So just make sure that you're throwing your hand all the way out and you're getting that full extension. And the other main thing that you want to know before throwing your punch is to not twist and turn. So the one thing that a lot of people train their fighters to do is to throw their punch like this, but give a little bit of a twist. That is completely okay. That's completely okay, because that gives you a little bit of power, a little bit more power to your punch, right? And multiple coaches have taught me that, to do a little bit of a twist to get a little bit of power, right? That's okay. What you do not want to do, though, is when you throw your punch, lean down, lean up, lean side, lean side. You don't want to do that. If you're going for the overhand, you still want to keep your hand right. I mean, you still want to keep your hand straight. You maybe might bring your elbow up to throw that overhand, right? If you're throwing for the hook, you want to keep your hand like this or like this, whichever way you guys learn it. But you never want to twist in. And that's the other thing. When you properly wrap your hand, twisting your hand is going to be a little bit harder. Like, look, this is as much as I can go with twisting my hand. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is as much as I can go. Like that. Look at this hand. Throw the hook. I can almost punch myself. With this hand, I can't. So that's basically what proper hand wrapping does. It allows you to not really move your wrist. You can only really go straight, right? So when you're throwing an uppercut, you can only go up. You can't go like this, because you're going to hurt yourself doing that, guys. So the main thing that I can say is practice wrapping your hands the way that I just taught you guys, because that, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to wrap your hands, giving a lot of cushion on the knuckles, and then going through each finger, and then, you know, giving yourself the tight wrist wrap. And then practice throwing your punches straight. Straight punch, straight punch, straight punch. You don't want to throw short. And of course, that's okay every once in a while to just practice it that way, but you really don't want to throw your punches short unless you're on the inside. That's a totally different story. But when you're on the outside, you want to make sure that your punches are going straight. And this is also mainly for heavy bag use. Alright guys, I hope you guys liked this video of me wrapping my hands. It's definitely something that you guys definitely need to know. Your coach isn't always going to be there to wrap your hands, especially just during training. So definitely learn how to wrap your hands. And I hope you guys also liked the little bit where I was teaching you guys how to throw a proper punch to not hurt yourself. That's also very important, especially for beginners. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Goodbye. Bye.